did the ancient Egyptians wear? This video is for all of you who want to know more about the Egyptian fashion, but also for all of you who are tired of cheap, historically inaccurate Halloween costumes and want to go to a party dressed like a proper Egyptian. Royalty or not, it's up to you. We'll provide options. And if you don't know me, I'm Đura and I'm an archaeologist. We'll show men's and women's clothes, makeup, hairstyles, footwear and jewelry. And at the end we'll show you some fun ideas for couples costumes, so stay tuned. We'll have different options from something simpler to more elaborate styles. Ladies first. We'll start from the dress. Women in Egypt wore calasiris dress. It is a tube ankle-length linen dress. It usually had two wide straps that went over breasts and were tied at the back of the neck. The most luxurious ones were from almost sheer linen and mostly white. But there were some extremely luxurious examples of beaded net calasiris dresses. Spectacular. So, if you want to impress someone at your Halloween party, just make this. If you know how to do it, I don't. You can wear it over a simple linen tube dress. Another option is to wear a linen shawl over the dress or a New Kingdom dress with sleeves and looser fit. Still from linen and still usually white. Now for shoes. Men and women wore sandals from leather or reed, but the funeral ones, the ones for the eternity, were from gold. And these sandals, like flip-flops, could have been elaborately decorated, like these ones from the Tutankhamun's tomb with depictions of enemies. He was walking all over them, you get it. Now, Egyptian women and men wore wigs. They were from human hair and usually black, as it was the Egyptian beauty standard. They had wigs with different hairstyles, straight, curly, with braids or with jewelry. And on special occasions, over wigs, women wore head combs. Wax perfumed head combs from oils, resin, fat and myrrh. During the party, the wax would slowly melt, ending up in the wig, making you smell nice for ages. So, if you want to be a real Egyptian party queen, make a head cone and put it over a wig. Why not? Jewelry. Egyptians, both men and women, loved to wear jewelry. From gold, lapis lazuli, faience, turquoise, carnelian stone, and so on. You can wear something simple with Wadjet, the Eye of Horus, or you can go overboard and wear a wasakh. It is that characteristic white color made from tubular and teardrop-shaped beads, and it was worn only by the upper class because it was so expensive. Those who liked the style but weren't that rich had these necklaces from faience, clay beads. But others had beads made from gold, turquoise, lapis lazuli, carnelian, all the good stuff. And makeup. Both men and women wore makeup, and the famous Egyptian eyeliner was not only applied above the eye, but also the eyebrows were painted. And that was really important to get the eyebrow. Black paint was used usually from galena, which is lead sulfide, that was crushed into powder. More affordable option was to use soot. They dipped a stick from wood, ivory or metal into water and used it to make a perfect eyebrow and a perfect eyeliner. You can go for a discreet or a more dramatic look. For example, Nefertiti has a more discreet look and Nefertari has a more dramatic look. And the eyeliner goes around both upper and lower lash lines. Now men. All men wore similar white linen skirts or kilts called shandit. First it only covered the thighs and later they went below the knee or were even longer. Later on, kings also wore sheer linen pleated overskirts. Also, from the New Kingdom, men could wear longer or shorter white linen tunics. So that is an option for Halloween if you are cold or you don't want to be almost naked. If you are a king, you would also wear a belt with a lion's tail, which is a symbol of power. Now, if you are especially cold for Halloween, you can go as a Hairstyles pharaoh wearing a Hairstyles white long robe. And Hairstyles is a festival where after first 30 years of reign, king performs rituals and runs around the courtyard to prove that he can still rule the land. Pharaohs wore many headdresses, depending on their role at the time. They had crown of Lower Egypt, crown of the Upper Egypt, or double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt when Egypt was unified. They had a hat, white cloth worn by the nobility and kings. Nemes, which is probably the most famous headcloth seen on the Tutankhamun's mask, was especially popular during the New Kingdom. In war, pharaohs wore kepresh, blue leather or stiffened cloth headdress bedazzled in jewels, rings, or discs. Like Nemes, it could also have ureus or cobra ready to attack. And this cobra on the forehead could only be worn by a king or a queen. Insignia pharaohs wore were heka, shepherd's crook, and flail, an agricultural tool. Only kings wore false beards that's tied behind the head. And just like ladies, men wore wigs, jewelry, and sandals. And now some ideas for couples costumes. You can go as Akhenaten and his wife Nefertiti, royal pair of the New Kingdom. Nefertiti can wear her characteristic blue cap crown with a yellow sweatband around the head and golden diadem wrapped around the crown with the Ureu snake. Nefertiti has discreet makeup, so pay attention to that. You can also go as Rahotep, prince of the Fourth Dynasty, and his wife Nofret. So the man can wear mustache and a white shirt, and the woman can wear this simple white dress with a shawl and beautiful floral diadem. Or you can decide to go as Ramses II, one of the kings of the 19th dynasty, and his wife Nefertari. The man can go as Ramses the warrior, capturing enemies with bedazzled blue war crown, and Nefertari can have this beautiful white dress with dramatic makeup. And if you want to, you can make this gold bird. Why not? Now you know the basics of the Egyptian fashion. Write down in comments if you're going as a historically accurate Egyptian for Halloween and which option was your favorite. And as always, you know what to do. Help us and like, subscribe, share, send to all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!